Welcome to the Everything Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be reacting to Marvel's newest TV series available exclusively on Disney Plus, titled Wonder Man. But before I do, I'm recording this episode on Monday, the 2nd of February, 2026. Normally, for a reaction, I would show you clips or trailers from it. But because, just for that sanity and mental stability and well-being, when I did the trailer discussion for Wonder Man, there was loads of issues. So I was like, okay, I'll go and check that episode or listen to it if you want to hear the trailer. Yeah. But yeah, as I said, my reaction to Wonder Man, so similar to other reactions, it's going to be a bit all over the place. But before I start, all 8 episodes of Wonder Man were available last Thursday, so the 20. I think it was Wednesday. It was the 20. Was it Wednesday morning? No, it was Wednesday morning. So it was Tuesday night in the US. So it was the 27th or 28th of January 2026, depending upon where you are in the world. But all 8 episodes are released, which isn't something that Marvel usually do. Normally they release them weekly or split the series in half like they did with Ironheart. But the kind of this release strategy that they did for Wonder Man, they've only done with Echo previously. So yeah, it was interesting, but it's a different sort of Marvel show. Don't going in expecting like huge battles. There is action in some ways, but it's more about the characters. But yeah, so we have the leads, which are Simon and Trevor. Trevor, you will probably recognise from his first appearance, was all the way back in Iron Man 3, which is like 15 years ago, maybe a bit less. I think it's around then. Yeah, and it kind of is kind of, there's twists and turns to it, so it isn't like, oh, we know what's going to happen. So kind of, it's the story of Simon's powers and Trevor learning of them, and then Trevor betraying Simon because he works for damage control, the Department of Damage Control, or is enlisted to, so he's not gone back into prison because he did some bad things previously, and yeah, he didn't do his full sentence. He did part of it. So yeah, that's what the damage control man does. So he kind of gives Trevor this task of getting close with Simon, and Trevor corrects this. I was about to say officer, but it's not like person. I don't know what his title is. With kind of, because they're both actors, we then learn that Simon's an actor, and kind of the first episode kicks off with Simon being dumped because of she believing him, not really caring about her. So yeah, there's that, and then as I said, there's not much action in it, and then kind of we don't even know that Simon has powers. So by the end, I think it's episode 3 or 4, we learn because we learn that Simon's powers are caused by anger. Really, so there's two kind of big examples of this. So the first one is when Simon reunites with his family and brings Trevor with him, and all of that, and then which he then kind of destroys the kitchen table, and then the end of episode 6 or 7, 7. Is it 7? I think it's 7, because it's an 8-episode series. 7. Simon learns about Trevor's betrayal and destroys the set. And then episode 8 is kind of, I should have mentioned this anyway, but huge spoilers for Wonder Man. If you're watching a reaction, you should expect spoilers. But kind of, Trevor chooses to get himself arrested, and kind of protects Simon by pretending that it's his fault that the set was destroyed. And then at the very end, Simon rescues Trevor from prison, but it's this damage control prison thing. Which kind of leaves the door open. This series was created by Destin Daniel Creighton, I think that's what his name is, who directed Shang-Chi 5 years ago, which feels wild that it's that long ago, which I really enjoyed. I remember this was during well, towards the end of the COVID pandemic, where kind of Disney Plus were releasing the movies, because cinemas weren't particularly really open at this point, kind of quite quickly after, like 45 days. So I remember watching it at home. I think they released it to celebrate Disney Plus Day when they used to do that as well. So I really enjoyed that. So that's kind of where we know him, and he's directing the newest Spider-Man film, Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is in cinemas from the 31st of July, I think it is. If that's still the date, it might have changed between between when I thought it was and now. 2026, so it's the only MCU movie we've got between now and Avengers Doomsday on the 18th of December 2026, which I've talked about in length at this point, and we'll probably continue to do so, so we've had all those teasers. So yeah, it's what was I going to say? It's just one of those things. But I did really enjoy this. It's not like Ironheart. I think I recapped half of it, and then because it was 3 episodes, I was like, oh, no, because I don't tend to binge watch stuff. But at the moment, like I binge watched the entirety of Waterloo Road Series 17, or most of it. Same with Can You Keep a Secret? Both of those I've talked about on the channel and stuff. So yeah, yeah. So we hope that Simon and Trevor will return in some capacity in the future. I'm sure they probably will. I don't think the way it ended, I don't think Marvel are going to let that happen. If it's before it's not going to be before Doomsday, but if it's before Secret Wars, which isn't released until the end of next year or beyond that, most likely, then we'll just have to wait and see. But let me know in the comments below what you thought of Wonder Man before I just waffle and go on tangents that aren't required. I'm going to keep this episode a bit shorter. Let me know what you thought of Wonder Man if you watched it, my reaction with you didn't, as well as what else you want to expect from the podcast and what you're most looking forward to from Marvel in 2026. But without further ado, I will see you in a future episode. Goodbye.